So one of the things that's my favorite actually about this movie, and something that I really realized, again, watching it this time, was just the fact that this film essentially has like a very like thin plot. Like there's not really much of a plot. It just seems like a bunch of Christmas vignettes, like just things that would happen if you had all the family in town.
Honey, I think I know what's wrong.
Drive-By Movies here. My name is James.
My name is Blaze.
And never have I ever seen the 1989 Christmas classic, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
This year, let Chevy Chase light up your holidays. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That thing had 9 lives. She just spent them all.
You woo, crack up.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is the second film in the franchise, and it stars the Griswold family as their plans for a big family Christmas predictably turn into a disaster. So, James, this is a staple of my family. This is a film that we watch every single year to the point of exhaustion. Honestly, to the point where I feel like I could be stuck in the loony bin now because I've watched this film so many times. Because watching this film again this year by myself, I was just laughing at all the typical funniest bits. I was cracking up and like remembering laughing with family at them. And it became to the point where I was like, I think I've watched this movie more than any film ever. And not even
Really?
not even like it wasn't my choice. It wasn't like, oh, I was so excited to watch this movie. It was like my family watched it every single year for Christmas. There were probably some years with my family where this is the only film we watched together, and we had previously watched it the year before. So I would love to know what you thought. This is a movie that I was actually very surprised when I had found out that you hadn't seen it. I'd love to know what you thought about the movie.
I mean, just knowing your family, I'm just cracking up at the idea of your dad just laughing at Cousin Eddie and stuff. Like, I just imagine he's just like, oh, that Cousin Eddie and stuff. He kills me. But what's it called? So yeah, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I'm familiar with a lot of scenes within this movie. I've seen Vacation, the original, and I've seen the very terrible remake from a few years back. With Ed Helms, but yeah, I know that I feel like this movie is almost more popular than Vacation itself. So I was really excited to watch it. I've seen a lot of scenes. I've had friends put it on in the background, but it's not a movie I've ever been able to pay attention and sit through and watch from beginning to end. And so glad I did. It's like, I wish I saw it as a kid because I definitely would have made this a classic watching it. And it's a movie that I thoroughly enjoyed and can see myself rewatching multiple times. But I'm just sad that I missed out on like the classic feeling this movie should have gave and stuff, or should have been for me and my family. I don't know why it wasn't something that my family avoided, because it's a great movie. It like comes together very nicely and stuff. There's a lot of great moments, just the right amount of like, sleaziness, but also just the right amount of like family get together and the right amount of slapstick humor too. It's got it all, I felt like.
Funny enough, I actually just realized I totally screwed it up. This isn't the second film in the franchise. I'm pretty sure this is the third film, because I think there was I'm pretty sure European Vacation is before Christmas Vacation. And fun fact, Christmas Vacation is the only movie where they don't actually go anywhere. Original film, they go to Wally World, then they go to Europe, then they don't go anywhere. For this film, they actually just stay home at their place. People come to them. So it's like funny because it's not even really a Christmas Vacation. The only place they actually go is to go pick up the tree at the beginning of the film. So I thought that's a kind of a fun, stupid fact, because it's not really a vacation movie. It's just the same. It's not even the same cast, really. The only cast that's the same is Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. I know that Cousin Eddie is in the Las Vegas Vacation, but I don't know. Does he make is he in any of the other previous films?
I'm pretty sure he's in the original Vacation. Yeah, there's like a scene where they stop by and visit him. I could be wrong, but I'm like 90% sure. I haven't seen the original Vacation in such a long time, and I know in the remake they do visit Cousin Eddie. Or wait, no, they just bring up Cousin Eddie in conversation and stuff. I don't know if I would have been able to handle a remake version of Cousin Eddie though.
But who would it be? It would have to be Danny McBride, I feel like, right?
Danny McBride would have been a good choice, but I think a really funny choice if they were going to do it was to make Dennis Quaid Cousin Eddie for the remake. Just go bizarre, like, oh, we can't get Randy Quaid to reprise his role, so let's get Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, and the only reason they can't get Randy Quaid to reprise his role is because he's gone full Cousin Eddie. Yeah. In real life, he's actually gone he's gone crazy. So he's off his meds. So yeah. But funny enough, I actually haven't actually seen the first movie, so I guess I'm not a true National Lampoon fan, I guess. But yeah, I just felt like I would lay that out why I didn't know that Cousin Eddie was in the original film.
No worries. I mean, now we got a future Never Have I Ever episode for when the holiday season's done. I mean, my family, the movie that we grew up watching every week was Christmas, or of course, Christmas Story, but Home Alone. And, that's a movie that I know you still have to check out. So we'll get around to that. But yeah, back to National Lampoon's, Christmas Vacation stuff. Like, I'm not too familiar with National Lampoon movies other than the Vacation series. And of course, I know that there's like Animal House and stuff, and dozens of others, it feels like. But this was still like just a really solid watch. I was surprised like how like kind of cute it was at moments and stuff within the family members. And I like that there's a lot to relate to. Like, there's a lot of expectations being the host of like a family gathering for the holidays and stuff, and just seeing, Griswold just tries absolute best to give it and stuff. And I love my favorite moments, I think, within the movie are the scenes with him and his dad and stuff, like how just like him saying like, oh no, I hated all the trips with my dad, like no, I hated like this and stuff, it never went right, but he just still wants to like give what his dad always tried for him and stuff. And just seeing them come together and talk about those moments stuff, like, oh no, it was always went down the crapper, as like the dad said at certain moments, but like, it's just still the experience that you look back on, like how hard they tried and stuff, and like, the other moments that like, the things that went right within so much that went wrong and stuff. And it was like very heartfelt and stuff. Like I was like, oh, this is sweet and stuff. This is a feel good movie. I wish I had some hot cocoa right now.
Yeah, definitely. This movie has those vibes. And one of the things that's my favorite actually about this movie, and something that I really realized, again, watching it this time, was just the fact that this film essentially has like a very like thin plot. Like there's not really much of a plot. It just seems like a bunch of Christmas vignettes, like just things that would happen if you had all the family in town, and you got that weird uncle or crazy aunt, cat lady, or just like it had all those like fun elements of it reminds you of the stereotypical family, whether you don't have a cousin like this, but you have an uncle like that, or I don't know, it just has a little bit of something for everyone, and that's what really makes the movie the most fun. Like I actually really enjoyed putting on this time, because I was putting on Christmas jazz on the Alexa, and that was like getting me into the mood while we were putting the tree up. And then I put this on and I was like, oh, this is how you do Christmas,
Yeah, I mean, right from the opening song even too, like the opening song is just feel good right away, and you couldn't help it. And also the animation was like cool within that little intro and stuff. And I was very surprised, like I remember hearing that like the kids are never the same in any of these Vacation movies that was recast them and stuff, but I was surprised how big of actors they were in this one though. Like Johnny Galecki went on to be like one of the biggest like TV actors with Big Bang Theory. And then Juliette Lewis, who we saw with Never Have I Ever with From Dusk Till Dawn. So it's cool to see her. I was just like, right away, I was like, oh damn, these kids are like, I recognize these kids and stuff. And so it was cool to see that they went on to do a lot as well too. And yeah, not sure what the other kids went on to do, but kudos though.
Probably nothing, let's be honest.
Yeah, like most child actors.
Yeah, I do think that's always the funniest aspect. And that was mainly one of the reasons that I never watched any of the other vacation movies. As a kid, I could not like wrap my head around like, wait, why would the kid be different in this movie or that movie? Like I could not wrap my head around it. So anytime there's a franchise where they would change an actor, I would just immediately be like, oh, well, I just don't like it for that reason, which is such a stupid petty reason. But as a kid, that's enough. That's all you need. You know, you're just like, eh. But anyways, getting back to it, I mean, this is a movie that I grew up with. I think everyone should check out. If you haven't checked this out, I still think it really holds up, being that it came out in '89. It just, I do kind of see it as like a lot of people love like Elf or Home Alone or those movies. For me, it's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Honestly, I can't agree more. Also, just because it's a movie that definitely feels timeless, because there's no crazy like, you know, modern setting or modern technology within this movie. It's all stuff that you see every day. It's just family, Christmas lights, and just trying to get a tree. That's stuff that's never going to go away. Like, of course, we live in LA, so, you know, going outside the city to get a Christmas tree is a little bit more difficult, but there's stuff that's still never going to die, and stuff families are going to do for the rest of the time. And so this movie definitely feels a lot more timeless than a lot of other Christmas movies. I love Elf and stuff, but that movie might feel outdated, you know, 20 years from now and stuff, as well as like a few other Christmas movies that I enjoy and stuff. But like, this movie definitely holds up, and like, it's going to be hard to watch. Unfortunately, it's not streaming anywhere because it's the holidays. No movie is ever allowed to be streamed during the holidays. You have to buy it or you have to like rent it. So, you know, a great way to help us out is by watching Christmas Vacation itself. You can watch it through our Amazon affiliate link in the description box below. That really helps us out. And leave a comment and let us know what you thought about the movie if you somehow haven't seen it like me. And yeah, do that.
And guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, check us out on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on your favorite social medias. So go ahead in the description box below and check us out there. And tune in next week for a brand new Never Have I Ever.